Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Anna Montez. If you're new here, welcome back to another episode of Makeup by Montez. As of right now, I don't fully know what makeup look I'm doing, but I think I want to do something green because I've got a green top on. And I've got this Beauty Bay palette that I haven't used. The sleeve is literally still on, so I think I'm going to tap into this. So I'm going to start with the shade, I can't decide between Ivy and Spruce. They're a bit similar, aren't they? But no, I'm going to go with Ivy because that's the one that I put my eye on first. I'm putting this primarily in my outer V and then I'm going to blend it out. I think this more has like a bluey undertone to it. So it's green, but it also has like a hue of blue. But I always find that when I do a green eyeshadow look, I do like to start with blue. I think because the colours are, what is that word? In my mind, I'm saying homogeneous, but I feel like that's got something to do with blood. I think the word that I'm looking for is harmonious. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's harmonious. So when you actually end up blending blue and green together, they kind of blend nicely into each other. With that same brush, I'm just lightly going to feather out like the outer part of it, just so that it's not so blunt when I then add on the next colour. And then using the shade Myrtle, I think I'm also going to add in a little bit of peppermint just to brighten it up a smidge. This is blending out nicely, but like I said, it's quite blue. And I just did blue in my last look. So I think I might tap into some more green. I think I'm going to tap into more of these as opposed to that palette. That palette's stunning, gorgeous, definitely would be good for another look, but because I want a bit of green in there, I think I'm gonna tap into this one. It's the Earthy Palette, again by Beauty Babe. I'm gonna use the shade Apple, not really too sure where. I'm just gonna dust it about just to create more of a greeny vibe. Yeah, already that is looking a lot more green and I've literally just put it on. I'm gonna start with the shade Acid and then go into, what does it say, Triage? Oh, Trance. So I'm doing circular motions around the edge. This is turning out to be so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think whether I want to do a cut crease or not. I feel like no, but at the same time it would be cute, but then at the same time no. I've genuinely not done a cut crease since maybe 2023. No, surely not. Maybe the start of 2024. Either way, it's been a very long time. Now on the same brush, I'm gonna tap into Trance and just dust it over the same area. This is genuinely one of my favorite parts about doing eyeshadow. It's the time where you actually go back in and deepen up the colors. It sounds a bit boring when I put it like that, but that is literally all you do. So this time I'm using Spruce, and just where I put that original dark color, I'm just adding that. This just means that we won't lose the colors that are behind it. So I'm just gonna add it on this side, but then you also have to go back in with the other colors to blend it out so it doesn't look a bit mad. I really want to do like a bright inner corner, so I'm gonna use the shade Sketch on this just like flat fluffy brush, and then I'm just gonna tap where I want it. This is honestly so cute. Praise God, man. Oh my gosh. I don't know whether to keep it matte or to put shimmers on it. I kind of like it matte. I don't know. Using the shade Seahorse, I'm gonna go along my lash line. You know what, actually? I feel like I want an eyeliner that is that shade. So I'm gonna see if I have one. I'm starving. I actually might have to like go away and have a snack and also charge my phone because she's dying. I'm back. Not that any time has actually changed because these clips are next to each other, but my belly's full now and I'm ready to carry on. Whilst I was on my little break, I did find an eyeshadow palette that I think has the right color in it. This one down here is looking almost like the one that I want. So it's Seahorse in this top corner. They kind of look like they match, don't they? They match enough for me to use it. So this is the Glisten Cosmetics X May palette. I'm actually kind of nervous. I might need to bring the mirror up only because, like I said, I'm short-sighted. I can't decide if I want to do a wing or not. I might not do a wing this time. The other day, I went to go and watch Hamilton with my mum and I just miss it so much. I genuinely love that musical so much. Like, honestly, it is so good. I think the fact that it came out in like 2016, 2017 and it's still going to this day, it just shows you how great it is. Like, literally as well. They have it in America, they have it in London, and then they have it tour in the UK. And it's mad because like a year ago, I wasn't interested in it like at all. The only reason why I got into Hamilton was because I did work experience on the tour when they were in Manchester. My teacher was signing people up to do it and I wasn't even there on the day that he was doing it, but he put me down for it. Honestly, God bless him because it changed my life. But yeah, so he put me down and then I got chosen for it. When I was watching it at the side of the stage, genuinely felt goosebumps, like mad goosebumps. It was sick. And then for my birthday this year, mum got me tickets to go and see it. And honestly, I wish I could go and see it again. I think what I want to do, I want to see it in London because apparently that is meant to be really good as well. style. And then also when I go to America, I'm gonna see it in America. Oh, that's a good idea. I just had an idea to not do a wing, but like take that there. Should we do it? Should we give that a go? Will that be something that we're trying to do? Oh, I'm scared. And I need to work on my eyeliner skills. I think with eyeliner, I get a bit nervy. I get a bit safe. How does that look? Next side now. Oh, yeah, they don't match, but it's okay. We're gonna neaten it up a bit and then hope for the best. Now it's time to do the base, so I'm gonna be using this Collection Blurring Primer. I'm gonna see if these are new, actually. That was dramatic. It says on the website that this is new. Oh, it's quite stiff. I was expecting for it to be a lot runnier. I wonder if the finish of this is going to be like kind of matte or a soft / demi matte. It smells like sun cream, but that's all right with me because I love the smell of sun cream. There's absolutely no shine on this whatsoever. My forehead is very shiny right now, so let's put that to the test. That's mad. It like blurred the shininess. It feels quite silky on my skin. I'm going for more of a full beat today, so I am going to be using my NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. What I'm going to do is mix my foundation and the bronzing drops together because it will add a nice bronze, but I just want a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to put a few pumps of my foundation on the back of my hand, give this a bit of a shake, and then mix them in. I mean, it's not much of a glow actually. Kind of looks a bit like my foundation. Maybe I could have used this as foundation. I mean, it's already on my hand now and I don't feel like wasting makeup today, so we're gonna use that. The last time I used this foundation, it was winter. Maybe this is a bit too light. I need to get all my shades redone because that is my natural complexion. What's going on? I'm just gonna stick with it and then bronze it up using makeup. I don't know how much of a bronze these bronzing drops have added. I don't particularly see any radiance or anything as I'm putting the foundation on. I've got this Maybelline concealer and I'm going to use it as my bronzer. I've only ever used these concealers a few times and each time my opinion changes on them because when I first tried them I thought that they were really dry, but then the last time I used them they actually worked really well because I blended it out pretty much straight away. I've never used this shade as bronzer before. It's quite subtle but I think it's nice. The undertone is a little bit cooler than I'm used to, but I don't mind it. So let's see this time if when I blend this concealer out it is all dry and weird. It shouldn't be because as I was blending out that bronzer, which is obviously the same product, it wasn't being weird. And I also think sometimes it depends on the tools that you're using. I think I was using a beauty blender to blend it out, whereas I'm using this Real Techniques brush that kind of resembles a fingertip and it seems to be liking it. For blush I'm going to use this NARS one. It's really nice pink. That is just really stunning. The real test though is when you blend it out because sometimes the blushes can look really nice when it's all grouped together, but then when you actually blend it, they disappear into nothing. I need to clean all my brushes. Like they're all genuinely dirty, except for the ones that I'm like using for the first time. A lot of them are actually quite dirty. Where did it go? Hello? She disappeared. You can see there's a tint of pink, but nothing too crazy. So I'm going to use a different blush. I'm going to use this one from Doll Beauty instead. It's a Pretty Fly Cream Melt. Ignore how dirty this is. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm kind of going a bit pinky with my blush. I just feel like the pink and the green will just complement each other quite well. Right, that's bright. I'm going to use the other side just to blend that out. Today I'm using a different powder. This is my L'Oreal Translucent. This is 5 years old and I will continue to use it until it's finished because I don't really want to buy another one at the minute. So I'm at first using this powder and then I'm going to use the collection one on top, only because it's quite, the powder is white and I feel as though if I put that on straight away it's going to look a little bit crazy. I do love this powder though. You know when a powder is just so very just great. Now I'm trying the mattifying powder that has SPF in it. I just don't get how they've put SPF in a powder. I don't know whether to use a powder puff with this or a brush, but I think I'm going to try using a powder puff ever so slightly. I'm going to put it on this side first. I'm just going to use it to brighten up. Like I don't want it to be all over my face because it is white. Okay, so this is the after. You can see it is quite bright. And then this is the before, looking a bit more yellowy. Nice. That powder's lovely actually. I'm not even gonna lie. I will at some point use this over my whole face just to see how it would work. But as an under eye brightening powder, I really like this. Time to add dimension to the rest of my face now because I have no bronzer or blush on. For powder bronzer, I'm using my Juvia's Place bronzer palette. I don't even think that they sell Juvia's Place in the UK anymore. I got this from Vinted. Vinted is a great place for makeup, and I don't mean open makeup. People buy open makeup from there, but I mean like sealed stuff, because what a lot of people do is they buy makeup when it's on sale. They don't actually need it and then they try and set it on, and then that's when when I swoop in on Vinted and get it for dead cheap. A lot of my Made by Mitchell products I've gotten from Vinted. I'm actually going to use a very bright powder blush, only with a light hand, but I feel like the colour of this will really give me what I want. This is my Colourpop blush in the shade Burn Card. Like, look at that. Gorgeous. I'm just tapping it ever so slightly on the top of my cheek. That's just absolutely stunning. So the collection setting spray with SPF 10 in it. It has a dewy finish and prolongs makeup wear. See, this is a little bit scary because I'm trying a setting spray for the first time and I really like this glam. So if this comes out funny, I'm gonna be really upset. How does it come out? Oh, nice, it's a mist. Oh, and that smells like SPF as well. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. And then I'm gonna go again. I'm so scared to open my eyes. Right, 3, 2, 1. Oh. I will say firstly, right, blurring primer doesn't really go hand in hand with dewy setting spray. Maybe it does, but I feel like it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I'm having a blurring primer, then I would need a mattifying setting spray just to kind of tie in together the whole blurred vibe. But I do like the dewy finish. I am gonna have to mattify my nose a little bit because she's looking a little bit shiny, and up here as well. Under eye pencil, I'm gonna go with green. This is my 1999 Precision Color Pencil. I do have a few of these pencils. The brand kindly sent me some last year. You can really build the color up with these as well. You can get them as intense as you want. Like, how green, how gorge. On my under eye, I think I'm gonna blend it out with a bright green. So we're gonna go in with Trance again and just dust it right underneath that colour. Part of me wants to do bright bottom lashes, but the other part of me is just a bit scared because I think I've done it before with green and I don't remember liking it. I think I hated it. However, I've got a dark green mascara that I'm going to use. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Yeah, I think I much prefer this than the bright ones that I was considering doing. You can't really tell on the top that it's green. I don't mind that though, to be honest. I'm using this Lancome mascara over the top instead. For my lip, I want to keep it pretty neutral, pretty basic. So I'm using my brown Morphe Trendsetter Lipliner. And then I'm using this Emmeline Cosmetics lipstick. I love the packaging for this lipstick. On top of my lip combo, I'm going to use a lip oil as well. It says lip oil with a subtle pink tint. And this has SPF 50 in it. Oh, that's weird. That's a really weird applicator. Can you see that? I don't know how I feel about that. Like, my lip almost has to be this way for it to, you know? That is very glossy. It doesn't have a weird texture. You know, like sometimes when you have a lip oil, it can literally feel like oil. So out of everything that I tried from collection, I think my favorite thing had to be this mattifying powder. Like I said, I'm yet to try it over my whole face because I was a little bit scared today. But in terms of brightening my under eye, it worked really well. I still don't get how they put SPF in it. I think that is just like so confusing. Love the primer as well. I think it worked really nicely. However, with the setting spray, I don't think it made much sense because I've blurred and then I'm dewy again. So I think these two are a little bit conflicting. However, they are really great products. And then the lip oil was really nice. It did kind of budge my lip combo a little bit, which I suppose is to be expected because I'm literally putting oil over matte products. And then the bronzing drops, I wasn't really a fan of these. There's nothing really wrong with them, but I just don't think that they showed up under my foundation. Like, I don't necessarily feel more bronzed because of this product. This is my second episode of Makeup by Montez, and mate, the eyeshadow, I am so gassed. My sister literally called me before and she said, are you revisiting circa 2021? And I said, yeah, I think I am. Back in 2021, I was pulling out creative looks like I don't know what, and I guess I'm returning back to my roots. But this is the final look. I hope that you love it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Bye.